Super. All right. Let's have a blanket and sitting comfortably. If you have some blocks too, I've got some blocks right here. These are amazing. Help support us in different ways. So for me, my knee right now would be helpful to have on my knee. Been doing some hiking and my knees are not loving it, so just going to support my knee right here. But sit up tall in whatever fashion is working best for you. Let's stretch the arms wide. Overhead, inhale. Exhale back down to your side. Inhale. We're just going to have a freedom festival here in your upper body, moving in all 5 directions of the spine. So for me, that's like a side flexion and then bringing it forward, and you can follow along here or feel free to change it up in a way that feels right for your body. Things to pay attention to are the transitions, like going from one side to the other. There's no rush, hurry. You're really just trying to feel into the whole body. Also the breath. So there's an inhale, and then as you come around, exhale. Inhale is stretching or open heart, and the exhale is coming around and more close. Let's go one more time. Each side, inhale and exhale. And bring it all the way up to a seated position. Already that feels better. Circumduction is another one of my favorite ways to warm the body. Moving circular. Inhale forward, exhale back. We'll do this with a strong breathing pattern. So it's inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Slowly at first, and then we'll speed it up and not take such quite wide movements. So we'll just move the center. Inhale, exhale. 9, 4, 2, add 1. I took a little cat cow. I was going clockwise, so we'll do counterclockwise the next time through. So starting that circumduction, let's go counterclockwise. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Let's get the rhythm of the breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. So this is slow. It will speed up both the breath and the movement. So the head stays in place, just the center part of the torso. Bring here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Finding the power in our solar plexus and the power, our power center, ignite our passion, our will to move forward. Inhale, exhale, 10, 9, 5, 3, 2. Then take it into a cat-cow again. Inhale, we're straightening the spine, lifting, arching, pulling or drawing the lower lumbar in and up, and then exhale, rounding. So we're going through these 2 extremes of the spine, and we're not really this isn't extreme. A back bend would be extreme, but we're starting to get some mobility in the spine and warming up. And then let's take the blocks out, come onto the hands and knees. If you've got a blanket, again, a blanket across your mat is really going to help support the knees. If we're on our hands and knees and it's bothersome, put a little bit of padding there. That feels good. And then we'll start with some salutations from the ground up. Let's go back into a child's pose. So we stretch the shoulders out, start opening up the knee, stretch the back and the side bodies. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. 1 more deep breath. And then bring the torso forward. Keep that momentum, but stop the shoulders. You're just going to keep the momentum with the hips moving forward. Raise the toes and open through the front body. Exhale, pull open navel back and round it in child's pose. So we're going to move through those 2 movements. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Let's go 1 more time. Forward, opening the front body, broadening through the chest. It's like we're taking a big smile across the heart. And as you come back into child's pose, you're going to raise up into a high kneeling position. Bring the arms overhead. And inhale, then exhale, bow. Sweep the hands forward. And then skim the surface of the earth, coming right into a low cobra. So this will be very low to the earth. Exhale, back into child's pose. And we'll repeat it. So inhale, we're coming up. Arms overhead. Pause, exhale, bending at the hips or hinging at the hip. Skim the earth. Coming forward into a low cobra. Exhale, back into child's pose. Let's do 2 more of those at your own pace. You're just going to flow at the timing. Exhale. Timing in the breath. Moving together. Peel the shoulders back. Shoulder blades on the back. Make sure the heart is open when we get into that low cobra. Final time, we're going to stay in low cobra. Let's just come forward on the inhale. Straighten the legs out. Press down through the tops of the feet. Lower the forehead to the floor. Keeping the hands next to the chest. Shoulder blades on the back. Inhale, raise the heart again. And then bring the arms out just a little bit. You press down with the pad of the fingers and then rotate to the left. I'll do this in a way that's supporting the low back. Your ribs are pulling in. You're not pushing into the low back. There's really takes a whole cooperative effort on the part of the body to do that. And then we're going to go to the other side. Inhale, center, exhale, back down, forehead to the mat. Shake the hips side to side. And then bring your arms down to the side, ankles together. So I'm squeezing here, inner thighs, and then separating maybe 1 or 2 inches and dropping back down to the earth. I'm going to push down to the tops of the feet. So the knees are lifted, and then inhale, raise the right leg. Exhale, lower. Just the legs moving. Inhale, lift. Left leg alternating. Exhale, lower. Right leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Left leg. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. On the alternating each side. Right. and left. Now both legs lifting, inhale. Both legs lowering, exhale. Take the tops of the feet into the mat and then lift the quadricep off the ground. So we're the front side of the whole side of the body, lifting in tandem, not just the feet. So we're not relaxing. There's definitely a gentle squeeze in the inner thigh, and the hamstrings are working pretty hard. One more. Then we'll keep the tops of the feet down and just lift the whole torso up. Inhale. The arms are going to float just above the hips and remain right here. Exhale, lower down and turn the head to one side. Inhale, lift back up. We're looking straight on. Exhale, turn the head the opposite direction. If this is hard on your neck, way to do it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Now let's lift both the torso and the feet at the same time. So we'll come up full Shalabhasana or locust pose. Exhale, lower. Make a point to check in with the distance between your ankles. If your feet are out here again, squeeze the inner thighs, bring them a little bit narrower stance. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Last one. Exhale, lower. So the head's turned to one side. Shake the hips out. Take a deep breath in. And out. Awesome. And we're going to take this into 4-part breathing. So it's on inhale, we'll lift. And we're going to hold this. On the exhale, your elbows are going to come out in a goalpost. Hold, elbows are wide, neck is long. Inhale, lift a little higher. Squeeze the shoulder blades on the back, keep the elbows wide. And on the exhale, come into Superman. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back into goalpost. Make sure you're not kinking the neck or holding tension there. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back into jet airplane. Lifting and then exhale, hold all the way down. Okay. We do that one more time. I might talk a little bit faster this time. So on inhale, we raise up, full locust. Exhale, only the arms move. Goalpost. Inhale, lift. There. Exhale, arms move into Superman, Superwoman. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back into goalpost. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back near your side. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower, all the way down. That should be a challenge. Then come into Sphinx. Right here, lift the heart forward, shoulders broaden. We're going to bend the right knee and then cross your left forearm diagonally across the mat. Draw the heel to the glute. This is a deep, deep quad stretch. A couple deep breaths here. Now, if this is pushing into your low back or hurts at all, lower it all the way down. Keep length in the low back. And bring the heel towards the glute. One more breath. And release that leg. Back out, shake the hips. Let's go to the second side. It's the arm that's forward. Forehead resting on the forearm. And we're drawing the heel towards the glute. Take it slow. Make sure we're not going too far, too fast. And if you'd like, you can come up again. 2 more breaths here. And then gently release. Shake it out. Come up onto the elbows and knees. You're going to rise up, shift the hips back into puppy pose. And then from here, come up onto the hands and knees and take a little cat-cow. Maybe a figure 8 with your hips. And gently move into downward facing dog. So we're kind of warmed up. This is our first real big stretch of the day for the legs. They might feel like they're pretty stiff. Let's go forward into plank. And then back into downward facing dog. Just a little bit of movement forward and back. The play, lila, being present, focus your attention on the here and now. Feel through the whole body. How are your shoulders feeling? How are you feeling emotionally, physically, mentally? Nice, and then hold the downward facing dog. Let's raise the right leg to the sky, bend the knee, open here and start moving through the ankle. And then move through the hip. Step it all the way through. Really one of my favorite ways to move. And then bring the back knee to the floor. We'll just simply come forward and back. Using the block would be helpful here. Into the inner ankle. Running lengthwise across your mat, and then your hands are supported on either side of the block, making it pretty stable. And it's little to no effort to just keep it right there as we wake up the back, the post side of the leg. Let's pop the back knee off the ground and then continue to keep the front leg straightening and bending. We're just going to keep the back leg completely straight. So it's lifted off the ground. And as you descend the hips, keep the thigh bone moving a little bit more towards the sky. So the opposition really helps facilitate a deeper stretch. And then keep the front leg straight. We're going to move the hands out to the off to the diagonal, just ever so slightly. It's not much. And then reach the arms out. Press your back heel to the floor. Dig the front heel into the earth and draw it, landing an inner thigh stretch here with a deep connection into the earth and breath, and a deep connection with the breath. One more. We'll turn it back to center. For me, that's pretty intense. Nice. And then step all the way back. Downward facing dog. Pedal the feet and just notice how you feel between right and left. Starting to get some mobility here. Stretch. Let's take the left leg to the sky, bend the knee, and rotate through the ankle. So similar to our first side, we'll repeat on the second side. And move through the hip. The idea here is to really move slow enough that you are feeling each and every joint, but not too slow. Right, let's come in, that your breath can steady you, the breath can dictate how fast or how slow you go. Inhale, let's straighten the front leg, so just a little bow forward. Exhale, bend the knee. And what's really great about this movement is to get into the hip. We can sway the hip side to side, straighten and bend the front knee. And then we'll pop the back knee off and straighten both legs. So we're in pyramid. When you come forward, bending the front knee, stretch your back heel back, lift the thigh to the sky as the hips descend. That's going to give you a stronger stretch. Inhale, bow forward, straightening the leg. Exhale, releasing it. Inhale, again, exhale. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. Last time. And then step all the way back. You're going to plant your hands to the earth. Make sure you're stable here. Downward facing dog. Come into a top of a push-up. Lower the knees, chest and shin. Inhale, low cobra. We've already been here several times. Exhale, back into downward dog. And then take your feet wide. Let's walk the hands back towards the feet. Give it a little stretch, bend the knee. And then come with the elbows to the knee, head above the heart slightly here, and hands to the thigh. We're going to roll up, and just in time to roll back down. So inhale here, exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, roll back down. And then inhale, let's come all the way to standing. Reach the arms overhead. And hold here. Exhale, hands to your heart center. So we're in Tadasana, taking a great stand. Feeling the earth beneath your feet. Super strong and steady. Let's bring the arms overhead. Over to your right side. So you'll grab a wrist and shift over. So in my wrist hold, the hand that's free is in Yana Mudra. The other hand is just wrapping the wrist with a gentle extension. I'm pressing right back up into the fingers with my left arm and come back to center. Switch sides. I'm mirroring you, by the way. Exhale, up and over. I don't think that's very helpful, right? And now we'll take this same thing, Krishna style. So back to center, swap the hand it's holding, and we'll take the my right leg, your left, if you're mirroring me, behind and stretch. So I still have the same clasp. I'm just getting a little deeper through the side body and come back to center and switch sides. My left or right, go behind. And release it back to center. Release the arms down by your side, shoulder roll. Awesome. And then bring the hands together, Vajra Pradama. Unshakable trust mudra, set your intention. For the day, for the month of September. It's a focused month. Focus on what you really want to attract in your life. And then start to see patterns of it showing up. Finding evidence that it's already here. Tapping into the frequency that you want to reside in most often. Let's bring the arms overhead again. Inhale. We're going to take it side to side. So we're just going to float the arms and the leg to the side and stretch. Come back, do a loop-de-loop. So the legs are doing the same thing we did earlier. And we're just stretching the arms a little bit different. And exhale. Inhale, circle. Exhale, pause. Inhale, circle. Let's take the ball of the foot behind. Now I'm curtsying. I have both knees bent. Inhale, center. Exhale, curtsy. Inhale, center. And bring the hands back to the heart. And let's take a stance at the top of the mat. Bringing the arms overhead, full extension, full vessel mudra. Reach, reach, reach. Drop the tailbone. Pull in with the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. We want to always remember the health of our pelvic floor is invisible to us. So the feeling of drawing in and up towards the navel, up towards the spine is what you want to feel. And we'll take it over to the right again, inhaling center, over to the left, inhaling center, exhale to the back, inhale center, and then take a bow forward on the exhale. Inhale to flat back, plant the hands, step back into plank. We'll take a chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, or you can repeat low cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. We'll take a moonwalk forward. So still really getting into the hip and joint mobility. One leg at a time. We're going to take a big circle with the leg through the hip socket and then just plant the foot, maybe a half a length of your foot forward. So while we are moving forward, it's very slow. Like a moonwalk. Until your feet reach the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. And inhale, come all the way to standing. Palms together, heart center. Nice. Take a prayer wheel circle. Inhale. Exhale. Down and around. Inhale, float up. Forward fold. This time we're going to step the right leg back. Spin the back heel to the floor and come right into side angle. This is a 90-degree bend with your left leg, right arm reaching overhead, maybe straight up if that's too much on the shoulder. And you're just pausing here. Create a little space, this triangle from the thigh to your waistline. And then elongate all the way through the right side, fingers reaching, outer edge of your foot pressing down, and then come all the way up to warrior two. The gaze is forward over your front fingers. We'll reverse the warrior. Nothing really happening or changing much here. And come back through warrior two and straighten the front leg. We'll bring the palms together overhead and then bend right back into warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. My bones are creaking. I can feel so much. Last time, we're going to keep the legs straight. Bring the arms out to the side and take a triangle pose. So it's a strong reach forward. Hand comes to the shin. The right arm's going to reach to the sky. You're feeling super extended out from the heart, super extended out from the pelvic floor, the navel. Just below the navel, your second chakra. Think of the feet reaching down into earth and pressing. And the opportunity there is for the earth to support you. Feel the ground beneath your feet. And exhale, both hands to the floor. Let's bend your front knee and walk the hands around to the front. So all 10 toes now are facing forward. Inhale, exhale, fold in, elbows to the floor. On this forward fold, this wide angle forward fold, let's keep the head, relax the neck all along the back side. So you can nod the head yes, shake the head no. Release any pressure, tension. Inhale, come back to a full extension. Turn the toes out Heels in, exhale. Bend the right knee and take your hand to the inside of the knee and just press wide. So the hips are back, the head is forward. You want to feel like there's a seesaw principle. Press your hips back even more, reach the crown of the head forward, and bend your right knee directly over second and third toe. Then we'll come back to center, switch the hand on the ground, or maybe it's on a block, that's fine too. Bring the left elbow to the knee and open here. So I'm keeping the whole foot stable on the ground on that side. So we're strengthening the muscles that surround the knee with support here. Let's come back to center and just go side to side. So the knees are wide. We're going to lift the toes this time on the left foot. So the heel's digging in. Come back to center, lift the toes on the right side. And back to center. It's an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, no arms if you'd like to go that way, that route. One more time to the right. One more time to the left. Keep the heels on the ground. Now we're going to come up and over, facing forward again. Toes under, right hand on the ground, and twist it. Oh, this is a low lunge with the twist. Let's take 3 big circles, mandala style, or looks like a Ferris wheel. Plant the left hand to the floor and step all the way back. And we'll take a chaturanga again here. So full plank. Knees can come on the ground or off. The elbows bend back. And you come down about 90 degrees. And then release the hips or shins. Tops of the feet into the floor. And come into an upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. We're going to raise the right leg on an inhale. And then step it all the way forward. So holding a slow lunge. Pulse action with the back foot. And we're going to step onto the right leg with the hands staying on the earth. Just raise the back leg. So we come here and we're in a warrior 3 with the arms to the earth. And then we'll step left foot to meet the right. Inhale. Half lift, a lot of extension through the spine. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, let's come to standing. So you're rooting down to rise up. Bring the palms together at your heart center. Exhale. We'll do that on the second side. Prayer wheel circle. Release the arms down. Inhale around. Exhale, forward fold. The left leg now is going to step all the way back, spin the heel, and bring the right elbow to the thigh. So we're coming into a side angle. We're going to face the left side of the room with the left arm coming up and over, bicep to the ear. So this again is a big elongation through the waist, through the shoulders, through the hip. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, bring it up into warrior 2. Gaze is forward out over the front fingertips. And make sure your hips are steady here. So we're not making a deep crease here and raising one hip over the other. That's going to put you out of alignment and start putting pressure on certain muscles and joints. So we want to keep it even. I'm into reverse warrior. And then back into warrior 2. We straighten the legs and bring the arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale back into warrior 2. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, warrior 2. One more of these. Let's straighten the leg. Only the arms come down. We're going to keep both legs super strong. Lift the kneecap, engage your quad, and then reach forward, coming into triangle pose. Trikonasana. Just bring the top hand to the earth. You're going to walk it around to center. I'm just going to turn so that my butt is not back to you. So you're walking it around to center, lengthening the spine here. This time we're going to grab the big toe with the first 2 fingers of each hand, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, drop down. Again, we're taking a wide angle forward fold. Full breath in, full breath out. And instead of relaxing the gut towards the floor, you're going to draw in and make a hollow space where the low belly is. Soften the knees here. Bring the arms forward so you're coming about a half lift. You really root down through the legs. Reach the arms out to the side, behind the back, and then take a forward bow again. This time with the hands clasped, so it's a Baddha, Parivrita Padottanasana. So a bound behind, bound hands, Baddha Hasta. And release the arms again to the earth. So for support, coming all the way back up, we'll turn the toes out, heels in. And coming into a bent knee, both hands this time raise up to the thigh. We'll drop a shoulder in. The toes are turned out, a shoulder out. Second side. And then really some buoyancy here, feet pressing down, arms coming out. And we're going to take it to one side, ninja style, and then switch to the second side. Ninja style, the heels stay on the earth. You can go as low as you like. Hover. You could use an hand to the thigh for support, because this is really going to tax the legs now and build some inner strength here. Side to side. Again. One more time. And let's keep it over to the right. Pop the back heel up to the sky, earth here. And we're coming to a low lunge. Left hand plant, right arm reaching upward. And take a big circle. Plant the right hand, step all the way back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Taking the left leg to the sky this time. We're going to step all the way through. We have that low lunge again. We're going to shift the weight to the left foot and come into a warrior 3 modified. So it's the standing leg is straight. Look behind you. Make sure your right leg is not off to the side here. We're squaring the hips, reaching straight back from the sit bone, extending high through the torso, lengthening, and then lower the right leg to meet your left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. And then come all the way to standing. Root down through the feet, palms together, heart center. Nice. Parallel circle. Last one. Onto your side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, plant the hands. This time we're just going to jump back. Land the inner plate, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Building some arm strength. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. And then bring the knees to the floor. We're really going to work the shoulders. And we'll do this again next week, flossing the shoulders here. So it's an up and down movement, shoulders drawing in towards the spine and then off the back. But it looks like a piston action that we're coming into the arm bone in the socket and then out of the socket. Keep the belly firm. It's definitely not a cat-cow. The spine stays neutral. It's not bending or flexing. It just stays neutral. And then come somewhere right in between those two extremes. Hold the shoulders. Let's come down onto your forearms and do that floss again. Probably a little less movement. And then drop in where the shoulders are broad, the heart melts, and then pull the tummy in strong. So we get a layer in the back body, a layer of muscle that's connecting, working, shoulder blades on the back. And we'll turn the toes under and come into dolphin. Then while you're in dolphin, move a little bit forward, the shoulders coming forward from the elbows and then back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Just want to get the shoulders to open up and strengthen. Now you're going to hold the shoulders back, walk the feet in just a little bit. And we're going to rock back on our heels as you push into the floor with the hands. Lift the elbows off the earth and come into downward dog. Then we'll oppose that by bending the elbows, hugging the forearms in, really rooting down through the pads of the fingers, bend the elbows and come back down. So it's a push-up here, inhale. And I know I'm making it look easy. It's really not easy. And exhale. So inhale, straightening, exhale, lowering. Just do that a couple times until you really start to feel that motion and the back muscles, and then land right back in dolphin. You can do one at a time if you'd like. We're going to walk it in again. Raise the left leg, hold for 3. You're really pressing down through the forearms, keeping the shoulders broad, and you'll feel this across the back, lower, right leg. Take a break in between if you need it. Keep the breath constant and rhythmic, and lower, and bring the knees to the earth. Sit back on the heels. A lot of relief for your arms. The arms can stay forward, or you can bring them right down to your side. Let the blood drain. Deep breath in, deep breath out. We'll come back up to a seated. Let's take the feet through and come all the way out down onto your back. I'm going to flip around here again. So you're going to lie down on your back, draw the knees into the chest. And we'll just stretch out for a moment. Give it a little side to side movement. Hands on the knees. Take the knees in a circle pattern. And that will feel really awesome to your low back, the sacrum area. Let's go the other direction. And then we'll set both feet on the earth. Take hands down to your side and then press the outer shoulder into the floor. We're going to come into bridge. Keep the knees steady so they're right over the ankle. And then as you raise up, we're using some of that undertone, the hamstring strength, to lift and raise the hips off the ground. If that's agreeable, you're pushing down through the feet, press equally with the shoulders into the mat. So they're actually turning outward and pressing down. So the heart lifts. Instead of bowing the head and tucking the chin, you're going to lift the chin lightly. So your head is pressing back. It should feel pretty open. And exhale, release it back down. A little tuck of the tailbone, a little pelvic tilt rock. And we'll do a second bridge. Inhale, pressing down. Exhale, push into the feet. Hold here. You're going to walk the feet a little closer, walk the knees a little closer. They might be almost to center. Then root down with the left leg and bring the right knee up into the chest. Extend from here, straight up. So you really flex and point the foot. Really start to get a straight vertical line upward. We're going to hold it and just drop the hips about 2 inches, not touching, and press through the heel of your left foot and lift up again. Twice more. So inhale, lower 2 inches. Exhale, press up. Inhale, one more. Good. And then bring that leg all the way back down to meet. It's a little tough on the legs. I get it. Left knee comes in, extend up, take a break when you need to. Really tone not only the glute, but your hamstring underneath. The heel is lifting very vertical with your left leg, point and flex. Now we're going to lower the hips about 2 inches. Take a breath in. Exhale, push mightily with your standing leg to lift the hips again. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. I know it's slow, concentrated effort. We're only doing 3. I know it really makes me tired as well. Both feet to the floor. And exhale, release the hips all the way down. Again, hug the knees into the chest. And then we'll set the left foot on the ground. We'll bring the right foot to the sky. So they're in this kind of running position. We're going to root down with the right hand on the sole of the foot and bring your knee towards the floor. You can see how I'm doing that. The shin is perpendicular to the floor. It's vertical. The thigh is more horizontal. Deep stretch in the inner thigh. Keep your left foot anchored. We'll do it one more time. Bringing the knee right up into the armpit, possibly beyond, and down to the floor. That's going too far for me. That feels good right there. Now hold it and bring your left leg to the sky. So now it looks like a jackknife a little bit here. Your left arm out to the side, and then we're going to cross. So the left leg is going to go around the world, over to the right side, all the way back around. I'm going to kick the table, and we'll do it again. Make sure you've got a good, nice wide space. 3 times. I'm not moving. It's important. I'm not moving the right leg. Okay, good. And then catch. Take a happy baby. Right foot back to the earth. So remember we started in that little running position. The legs look like they're running. Right foot to the floor, left foot to the sky. You're going to reach up and hold the sole of the foot. Now everybody can do this. You're going to be tempted to keep the left knee bent. Don't do it. Keep the shin perpendicular to the floor. So we have to unhinge the knee. It's a 90-degree bend here. Root down or pull down if you need. You could use a strap. That would work. We're going to drop that knee right towards the armpit and possibly beyond. And release it. Again. And release. Take your right arm straight out to the side and use it as an anchor here. We're going to lift the right leg and cross it now over to the left. And we're doing around the world with the right leg. All the way around. Super movement through the hip, socket, and the joint. One more time. 3 is the charm. When it comes around, catch the foot right there. Boing, and we come into happy baby. We just allow yourself to rock gently side to side. And I'll take it into a playful baby where I really roll all the way to the side, ankles together, come back to center and roll the other direction. That's one of my favorite things to do. One more time. each side. Feels so good. And then bring it back to center. Release the feet, bring the legs back down to the earth. We're gonna do our final spinal twist. Right ankle over left thigh with a hip stretch. So you'll reach through and draw the left knee towards you. Feet active. And for me, I just feel this right up into my right hip. That's where we want to feel it. Maybe your inner thigh a little bit. Keeping the ankle crossed. Let's drop the left foot down and roll or twist to the left. So the knees are going to the left. Your head can roll to the right. I like to roll it side to side. Do what feels best to you. And then we'll bring the legs all the way back up and switch. So the right foot's to the earth, left ankle crossing. We're opening the knee here and then drawing in. I'm just going to hold that stable. Drop the right foot down and we'll twist to the right. Roll the head left or right. And then bring it back to center and take Shavasana. So the legs are going to come to the corner pocket of your mat. The arms are going to settle to the floor with the shoulders resting broadly across the back, which is going to promote an open hand. If you're trying to hold the hand or the palms to the earth, it raises my shoulders. See how awkward that is? It's tense. And we may not be noticing that tension, but if you let the shoulders relax, your palm is going to want to lift. And if we roll it open, it can relax into the floor. And that way the muscles aren't holding you. Go ahead and rock the head side to side and make sure from head to toe, you're completely relaxed, releasing into the floor. So there's no part of the body that's having to hold yourself up or feel tense at all. This is our preparation for Shavasana, our final relaxation pose. It's a little more meditative, of course, because we're not focused on a muscle alignment. We're actually focused on decomposition of the body. So we're releasing and relaxing. Allow the muscle to let go of the bone so that you can relax even deeper into the floor. And the mantra in the might be something to the effect, I am safe, I am warm, I am here now. I am safe, I am warm, I am here now. I am safe, I am warm, I am present to what is. I am safe, I am warm, I am present to what is. For maybe a couple more minutes, just pause. 30 more seconds. Allow yourself to just release and relax again. And take a deep breath into the belly. Feel the rise and fall, the chest, ribs, and belly as you breathe in a little deeper and allow it to release out. Begin to move the fingers and toes. Gently move to one side, rolling into a side lying position. Give yourself credit and acknowledgement, deep appreciation for all it is. And then make your way to seated posture. Or upright, bring the hands together, Anjali Mudra. Deep breath in. Let it out with a sigh. And join me for an Om. Deep breath in. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Excuse me.